Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya.
Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya.
Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya.
Yogi Ramsuratkumar,
Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Bhagwan Shri Yogi Ramsuratkumar ki jai. Sarvam Yogi Ramsuratkumar arpanamastu. This evening, we have adored the embodiment of compassion, that's Yogi Ramsuratkumar, done the worship with the Nama flowers. And before we seek blessings for today's prayer, we go through a glimpse or two that speaks loudly and clearly the glory of Bhagwan Yogi Ramsuratkumar. Yesterday, we had gone through the experience of Sri Adavan, the son of Sri Devaki. We also saw how he took in warm water some vibhuti, the ashes from the Adhishtanam, the Bhagavan Samadhi Mandhir. He was prescribed some medicines for his problem. He had stone in the kidneys and there was terrific pain, terrible. He was unable to bear it, but then he had to go for work also. So he had to manage with the medicines prescribed. But every day, he would take the medicine only after praying to Bhagwan, after chanting his name. And he also took the vibhuti water. In 5 days, the stone had come out, all by itself. What a treatment. Now today, we have another glimpse of Bhagwan's treatment, the doctor of doctors, whose treatment is not only for the physical ailment, but also for the mind. Shri Balasubramanian, a retired Tamil teacher from Kovilpatti. Every month he would go to Vilatikulam, a place where Bhagwan's satsang is held, and he gives a speech on the glory of Yogi Ramsuratkumar. He says he has been doing it so regularly. But then, just 2.5 months back, that is to be exact, February 28th, he suddenly developed a lot of pain in the stomach, the abdominal pain, and there was urine retention. Now, he was afraid, but he had to see a doctor immediately. And what was more, even of how people talk. People said, oh, you have to rush to the doctor, you have to undergo a surgery, this and that. He was terrified, but then he had to go to the doctor all the same. So he went to Meenakshi Mission Hospital in Madurai. From the time he went there, he had to go through test after test after test. And it took till about 4:30 in the afternoon. And after that only, he could see the doctor. The doctor, after seeing the results of the tests, said something he could not believe. But right from the time he started for the hospital, he was chanting Yogi Ramsuratkumar Nama, hoping that Bhagwan would simplify things for him, that it wouldn't be so complicated and so painful as an operation. Now after 4:50, when he reached the doctor said, oh, you don't have to worry. It's because of your sugar. It has shot up to a high point, and that's why you have this trouble. Now we'll set right your sugar, and this will become all right. Just see how happy he must have felt after hearing it from the doctor. Here people were saying all the time, oh, you have to go through a surgery. And they magnified everything, that he was terrified. But chanting the name, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, all the time praying, he got this from the doctor, that it was nothing but the sugar problem. And then he would prescribe medicines, and he would soon be free from this urine retention. And true to his word, he became free from that. Now, after that, he had to go to see the doctor, the heart specialist, Dr. Shivakumar, recommended by Shri Balasubramanian's son-in-law, Shri Tamilmani, a very popular advocate there. Shri Tamilmani said that Dr. Shivakumar, that he, Tamilmani, is a family advocate for Dr. Shivakumar, and therefore he would put in a word so that his father-in-law could go see him. So when he went to Dr. Shivakumar, the people around, the nurses, everybody said he was getting ready to go. And good thing he came in time. Dr. Shivakumar was kind. Immediately, as soon as he saw Shri Balasubramanian, he said, yes, I know you would be coming because our family advocate Tamilmani said so. I have been waiting for you only. And then he said, what is the problem? Shri Balasubramanian had the open heart surgery some 10 years back. He was all right for quite some time, but recently he was giving regular satsang at Vilati Kulam, And in so doing, he found some disturbance. Sometimes his heart would feel heavy, and to read, to do some hard work, to concentrate, it was getting to be difficult, and to talk. So he felt there was some problem, perhaps, and he had to set it right, if only for talking about the glory of Yogi Ramsuratkumar. He was very involved. So when he said to the doctor, "Doctor, I have to talk about our Guru Mahatma Yogi Ramsuratkumar. I have to continue my satsang there in Vilatikulam, though I find some difficulties in. This is my problem. I want to be free of this so that I could do my Guru Seva." Dr. Shivakumar, after seeing all the test results and the discharge order, and after hearing about Yogi Ramsuratkumar, his behavior changed completely. He became very humble. He folded his hands. He said, "Yogi Ramsuratkumar, oh, I have heard about this Mahatma. In fact, I have been wanting to see him also. But then, did he send you here?" Of course, Bhagwan had attained Mahasamadhi in 2001. But he is now the embodiment of grace, the embodiment of power, embodiment of love. And of course, it is Yogi Ramsuratkumar behind all these attempts to see the doctor, to find some relief. But Dr. Shivakumar, as soon as he heard about Yogi Ramsuratkumar Bhagwan and Balasubramaniam's Guru Seva, unexpectedly, you know what he did? He prostrated before Shri Balasubramaniam, right in front of all the nurses and the medical workers there. Shri Balasubramaniam was deeply touched. He was stunned, but he was deeply moved to tears. And then said, with great feeling, "Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jai Guru Rai, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jai Guru Rai." When someone so great as Dr. Shivakumar should bend, bow before him, what else he could say? And then Dr. Shivakumar said something which was like honey to the ears of Balasubramaniam. He said, "You are completely all right. You can do your master's work for 100 years now. You can do it with lot of cheer and strength. You are all right." Now imagine Shri Balasubramaniam, 74 years old, terrified. There might be some problem with the heart. There might be some problem with the kidneys. Now everything was getting so easy for him. The access to the doctor, and the doctor, instead of prescribing medicines and suggesting something heavy, all that she said was, "You are well. You can continue your talks on Yogi Ramsuratkumar. And what's more, for 100 years, healthy. So Shri Balasubramaniam says, this is what happens when you keep on remembering the name of our Bhagwan Yogi Ramsuratkumar. The most complicated things turn out to be very simple. And then he asked Dr. Shivakumar if he knew Dr. Ramchandran of Apollo Hospital, the cardiologist. Of course, Dr. Shivakumar knew. And then Shri Balasubramaniam went on to say that he had written a book on miracles of Yogi Ramsuratkumar, because whenever a patient came for operation, they would go to Yogi Ramsuratkumar Bhagwan to take his blessings before the operation. But after they came back, to the surprise of Dr. Ramachandran, there would be no need for it. Where did these blocks go? He would wonder. He was wonderstruck by the power of Yogi Ramsuratkumar. When the doctor prescribed a certain operation, the doctor of doctors gave a counter treatment and set it right without operation. Om Prakash Yogini had written in her book that when she went there, the very first time, she had a problem and Bhagwan understood. And then Bhagwan declared, he thundered, when people come to this hospital, pointing to himself, when people come to this beggar, his hospital here, there is no need for knife. There will be no blood, no knife, no strong medicines creating more complications. Here, there is only one medicine, a very simple and efficacious medicine. The name Yogi Ramsuratkumar and my Father's grace. People would be cured. So you see, Bhagwan had declared and thunderously. For some time I had been watching Bhagwan. When people came, some people came to him, immediately he would give them a piece of gooseberry, a dry gooseberry, and that would set the problem right. Somebody who came with TB in the lungs, he was cured. A lady with cancer were counting her days. A Ramana devotee, the doctor said, Amma, you can live only for a few more days. If you have any wish, you can satisfy yourself. She rushed to Tiruvannamalai because she was a Ramana devotee. All that she wanted to do was see Ramana's Samadhi before her final moment. And that's where she ran to somebody who said, please go see Yogi Ramsuratkumar. Somewhat reluctantly, because she had no faith, she came to see Yogi Ramsuratkumar Bhagwan, who gave her an apple and insisted on her eating it. The lady is a doctor herself. She's still working in New York hospital. She was reluctant to get that, but then Bhagwan insisted, please take it. You need it. So when she boarded the plane, she remembered and she ate up the whole apple. When she returned to the hospital where she was working, she was at once a patient. and the doctor. As a cancer patient, she got readmitted again. But to the tremendous surprise of those learned doctors, there was no trace of cancer. Dr. Sri.K.Vaa.Jagannathan-sung, who is running a Go Seva Ashram in Kalahasti, had a similar experience when his lungs were affected so much. All that he got from Bhagwan, and that was even sent through somebody, a piece of gooseberry, dry gooseberry, and he had new lease on life. Now he is running a Go Seva Ashram in the name of Bhagwan, for the sake of Bhagwan. Every minute of his life is spent in the tapas that he is doing for Bhagwan by looking after the cows, the abandoned cows, which would start yielding after they came to him. Such is his tapas there, dedication, devotion to the Guru. So you see, off and on we see cases like that, and we also see, sometimes I saw Bhagwan asking people to go to doctors. You please go to the hospital, see a doctor, consult, and my father's blessings to you. So I became very curious and asked him, Bhagwan, sometimes I see you curing people by yourself, very simple means, but sometimes you tell them particularly to go see a doctor. Why is it? Then Bhagwan smiled and said, do you think all the people who come here have faith in this beggar, this dirty beggar? Those who come to this beggar with full faith, my father would cure them, would simplify things for them. But many people have more faith in the doctor and the hospital, in which case this beggar has to prescribe only that. But Father's blessings would save them. But this would be a better path for them. Now this Bhagwan is here, right in front of us, giving Narration with a smile, with his raised hand in benediction. We have sung his name, all the while thinking that every nama, he is present in his entirety, in every nama. And every nama that we utter for the sake of the COVID patients, it's going to touch them, it's going to touch their lives, it's going to touch its magic touch upon the sickness they have, and will give them some relief. So let us all sing the name together, every nama that we utter, knowing that every nama that we utter is going to help some COVID patient to get back to their normal health. Bhagwan, you are the cosmic controller, and it's only to you we can beg. And we beg again and again and again, 1,000,000 times. We have been begging you for more than a year now to kindly intervene immediately to free the humanity from the terrible clutches of this monstrous virus and its variants, and bring back a healthy normalcy in every aspect of life. Bhagwan, we beg you intensely to remove the panic and other negativities from the hearts of people, because the panic is doing more havoc than the pandemic. And we beg you again to stop the rapid spread of the disease, to contain the rapid spread of the disease, to enter the medicines appropriate that could kill the virus, the entire clan of it. And Bhagwan, there are many, many people waiting outside the hospitals for hours for oxygen and a room in the hospital for proper treatment. Only you can help them. Only you can reach out to them with the comforts they need, the treatment they deserve. Please help them. And all those volunteers, the brave soldiers who work day and night, fighting the disease at the very risk of their life, please give them protection. We also beg you for a boost to economy. And above all, we know that your name is the best medicine. They have started a program now, Yogi Nama for Lokakshema. Please join us also, knowing that every Nama that you utter is going to help some COVID patient. It's going to give them some relief. This is the only seva we can do from where we are. And this we must do. Bhagwan, please bless us with constant remembrance of your name, the elixir for all ills of the body and the mind. And we beg you to bless us with the right attitude, the attitude of being a good instrument in your hands to go about our lives. And again, we beg you for that ultimate blessing, for purification, so that we have that pure mind, a pure heart, that would see only your presence and your blessings in every happening of life. Jai Yogi Ramsuratkumar.
Yogi Ramsuratkumar